and that out of the 10, he built 4 churches. And within these 7 months, he made his way by building 6 factories. What would have been the fate of the youth? At least those factories would have employed not less than 8 to 10 people. So basically, he has reduced employment 10 by 60, which is a plus. So I am saying that he should have built though, but he shouldn't have built 10 churches within 7 months. And least to say, who are those churches for? We learned that he built the churches for AG, or the Gospel Assemblies of God, of which I belong. I am not against the president building churches for Assemblies of God. I'm not against that. But I am against the fact that in this dispensation, now, this dispensation that we find ourselves in, I think all we need now are factories, not churches. So, Mr. President, I think you have built 10, it's okay, within 7 months. Don't build any. You are telling us that you can build more churches. We are being told, because per what we are hearing now, you can do more and do more. So please, the rest of the churches that you want to build, wait. Build factories instead of the churches. Build factories instead of churches. And I think that when you do that, the electorates, the people who voted for you will be more happier than building the churches. Least I forget. I learned our guest is in. Let me check on him. Then we can continue. Our guest is in. Today, I'm going to have a chit-chat with a very honorable man. He's Honorable Akwesi Osei Ejei. Honorable Akwesi Osei Ejei. He was a former minister of foreign affairs in the Kufuor administration. And he was the former MP of Ejiso Jabin in the Ashanti region. A former foreign affairs minister in the Kufuor administration and a former MP of Ejiso Jabin in the Ashanti region. And currently, he is the campaign manager for KAA. That is Honorable or Engineer Kwabena Ejei Ejapon. He is the campaign manager. We're going to have a chat with Honorable, and he's going to tell us more about the campaign and the campaign strategy and the policies that Honorable Kwabena or Engineer Kwabena Ejei Ejapon brings on board. Good evening, sir.
Hi, good evening to you.
Old man, hope you are doing good. We will call you an old man.
Oh, by His grace, I'm fantastic.
We've known you, we've seen you in active politics for years. We were young by then. So the fact that we now have wide beard, we will call you an old man.
Oh, really?
Sure.
No, it's not a beard.
Honorable, hope you are doing good.
Oh, I'm well.
It's been ages we don't hear from you. Where have you been, sir? Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello,
Can you
Honorable.
hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. It's been ages we have not heard from you. Where have you been, sir?
I've been in town.
Wow.
I've been in town. Yes. I've been in town all through. Under President Kufuor, I was in town.
Okay.
I'm going anywhere.
Still in town, and we don't hear from the most known, experienced politicians. We don't hear from you. I mean, engaging in political or national discourses.
Well, it's always good to be able to help the party and the country.
Sure.
If you are asked for any advice or any help, then of course you want to give it to the people. It's always good to be like that.
Okay.
To give the people who are in the helm of affairs a chance to also display what their capabilities are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So that has been my.
all right. So all we can say is Honorable was seated back and he was watching how things are
I
unfolding.
Yes. Yes. Correct.
Oh,
Correct.
thank you very
Correct.
much. Honorable,
Good.
you are an MP between when and when? You are an MP between when?
Well, okay. To start the whole thing, you see, remember 1992?
Sure.
I was a part of the selected MPs for. I was selected for Jusu Jabin.
Wow.
I won the nomination, but because we took a decision not to participate,
Okay.
so I dropped out, and I came back in 1996 elections. Okay. I won, so I in Parliament from 1997 to 2009. So I was in Parliament for 3 terms, 3 consecutive terms.
That is 12 solid years.
Yes, 12 years. Yes, 12 years I was in Parliament. Yes.
And if my mind will set me right, I think in the days of former President Kufuor, he made you the Foreign Affairs Minister, a very sensitive and a cabinet position.
Yes, in fact, I started my ministerial career in the Ministry of Trade. I was then deputy to Honorable Kofi Kunedu Apreku.
Sure.
Initially 2001, and then 2002. Yeah, 2002. February it was. There was a reshuffle, and Nana Akufo-Addo was then the Attorney General.
Yeah.
Then he was sent to Foreign Affairs.
Okay.
And I was asked to join him in the Foreign Affairs. So I was a deputy to Nana Addo Akufo-Addo.
Okay.
2002, I think. Yes. And there I was there until he resigned to take the position of a flag bearer, contested flag bearer. And then the flag bearer, he had to resign his position.
Sure.
And then obviously, President Kufuor made me the substantive minister for Foreign Affairs. That was, again, in February 2000 and
our networks are that bad. Hello, sir. Are you there?
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, okay. I will hear
you.
Yes,
I'm here. But I could, yes.
All right. All right.
What did he say?
The networks were bad, so we couldn't hear you well at the ending part where you said that Nana Akufo-Addo resigned and thereafter you took over as the substantive minister of Foreign Affairs.
Correct. I was appointed by the president because you see, the president appoints.
Sure.
It's not you. I cannot take over.
Yeah,
yes.
He was appointed.
He appointed me to be the substantive, and then I took over from him, from Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. Yes, that's correct.
That means looking at your profile, you were somebody the president had a lot of trust in, because deputizing in trade, that was a cabinet position, and deputizing in foreign affairs, a very sensitive cabinet position. Thereafter, he appointed you to be the substantive minister, meaning that the president then had a lot of trust in you.
I suppose so. Yes.
Yes.
I suppose so. I'm very lucky and honored that I was within the 2 major ministries, as you said, cabinet position. I mean, cabinet ministry.
Sure.
So I had my apprenticeship in 2 cabinet ministerial positions. Yes.
Can I ask this? Is our country worth 7?
Sorry?
I want to ask whether our country is worth 7. Because basically from your profile, you are a very experienced minister.
Yes. In fact, one would say so. Because at the end of the day, unlike Germany as you are,
Sure.
Now, if the situation and you are just a past minister, sometimes there are some consultations that are made. You know, so that you can make an input.
Sure.
If there's a decision, like so, you are okay. That's it.
Okay, thank you. When President
You know, so if you say that, is it worth?
7?
Hello,
Yes, sir. We are listening, sir.
hello.
Hello, sir. We are listening. We can hear you loud and
Yes,
clear.
you were saying. Yes, I'm saying that I had an opportunity through the president to serve 2 cabinet ministerial positions. That's the trade and industry position, and also foreign affairs and regional integration.
Sure.
So it was, I would say, it's a blessing. But you went on to ask me whether it is good honor.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that, well, it is 2 situations, either or, because at the end of the day, one would have expected that being in such a position, your own government in power would have maybe consulted you if there's any major foreign policy decisions that has to be made, you know.
Yeah.
But personally, you don't get this opportunity to go there to say what you know or what you think that policy should be. Unlike Europe, where there are always consultation within intra-party, you know, advisory sort of positions.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm online with Honorable Akwesi Osei Ejei, a former MP for Ejiso. By then, it was Ejiso Jabin, and a deputy former foreign affairs minister, and a deputy former trade minister, and a substantive minister of foreign affairs. He was a minister from 1996, an MP from 1996 to 2009, a very experienced one of such. Sir, it was heard within the media that when Nana Akufo-Addo took over the reins of power, he sidelined most of the former ministers and MPs. You were sidelined, and that made some of you coil into your shelves watching as to what will happen. Was that assertion true?
Well, you could say that, yes. I think that this sentiment is quite the case. But then one would have also, would say that perhaps he wanted to have a team, you know, because this work is not supposed to be an individual, it's supposed to be a teamwork. And him being the president has the authority to appoint people to be in cabinet to help him to run the affairs of the state. So if he goes to get a new people, maybe that is his style. You know, I won't put it to him that he's sidelined, but that's the case. It means so. But maybe he wants to get a team that he has full confidence in to be able to help him to execute the mandate of the party and also the country. That he is the boss.
All right. So as a party man, would you say that the former president executed the task well? Did he meet every target that he set? Was Ghanaians happy with him? From your assessment, as an experienced politician, would you say that?
Well, it will be very difficult for everybody to say that, oh, he did everything right. That will be quite an impossible task, you see.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, your your work will be judged by the same very people who voted you in.
Sure.
So if you lose an election, it means that maybe the people, your policies, your programs, some of them did not meet the aspiration of the people. That's why they went, against you and picked the other party.
Oh, okay.
That's the opposition party.
Well understood.
Yeah. And in our case, unfortunately, we were not just defeated, but we were humiliated. We were completely humiliated. Yeah. So that also makes a big case.
About 2 weeks ago, there was a match, a football match between NPP and NDC in Hamburg. And the scoreline was 10-3 in favor of NDC. So what they were saying that they've humiliated the NPP in the elections and they've shipped them also on the field. All right, thank you very much. This is Honorable.
Well, I'll give them kudos, for whipping us again. Whip us in pools and also whip in Hamburg.
Sure.
Well,
sure. Honorable, currently you are the chairman of Engineer Kwabena Ejei Japon's campaign. Hope I'm right, sir.
Yes, this is I'm the chairman for the advisory campaign advisory committee.
Okay. Somebody would ask, are you a little bit related to him because of the Ejei?
Which is
because of the Ejei, are you kind of related?
No, not related at all. It's just we are such a good friends, you see.
Okay.
Kwabena has been a very, 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 very good friend to me when we started in 1991. Party, that is one person in the forefront of the fight. When this party was not fashionable, people were so scared in joining this party. People were so scared that if you go to them or even help, they want you to come maybe through a third party, not you as a person who belongs or who is a member, a known face of the MPP. Those days were the days, where sacrifices, commitment, then also the ideals of our, the belief that these ideals are the things that we think Ghanaians will buy it and Ghanaians would make us a major political force and also give us power. Freedom of association, freedom of speech, development in freedom, all these civil liberties. We believe in that. So the party was a very formidable one. But thanks to Kwabena, we all fought in trenches for that time until we came to power 2000. That was 2000. 2000 we came to power. 2001 January. It's all his the role that he played. Is quite significant. That's where we became friends. And we've been friends all through. So when he came to ask me if I could help, I know him, I trust him, I have full confidence in him. He is a disciplinarian. He is quite, he means what he says he will do, and he will just carry it out. So these are the sort of things that perhaps motivate me to say, yes, I will come and then help in advising your campaign. And also, he is also a person of, as you are aware, he is somebody who believes in unity, because our party now is so fragmented.
Sure.
It never used to be like that. It never used to be like that. Kwabena is the first person who came out boldly to say that, look, we can do well, we can win the elections, but we cannot win with these fragmented party positions. We cannot. So unity is Kwabena's main aim within the campaign, that let's all come together he knows what he can do to bring all these people together, because he's friends to them. And don't forget, Kwabena worked for Dubois when he was a flag bearer, and then worked for President Kufuor when he took over from Dubois, and then worked for Nana Akufo-Addo. In fact, there was a time, that's what the only point that me and him disagreed. He was supporting Nana Akufo-Addo, and I was supporting President Kufuor during the primaries.
Sure.
1998.
Sure.
That's the only point of divergence. That Kwabena said, okay, and I said, no, I don't believe that it is a time for Kufuor to take this country, to take the party and then win the elections. But I said, no. It is Nana. He's young. He's eloquent. He's blah blah blah. I said, okay, let's agree to disagree. And then we finished with it, and President Kufuor invited him. Hey, young man, I can see something in you. Come. And the whole press secretary for President Kufuor is not a mere position,
sure.
A position of a cabinet ranking minister, so to speak.
That means
before you can become the presidential spokesperson. Yeah.
That means from what we are deducing from what you are saying, that means that Honorable Engineer Kwabena Ejei-Agyapong is a founding member of the New Patriotic Party.
Without doubt. I mean, Kwabena is the only person, in fact, the whole party. I can say that he has been the person who has received, it could maybe circumstance, but then he is the only person, apart from the murder of his father. Kwabena by then had finished, and he was into broadcasting. He was kicked out of his programs, sports programs that he was doing in the GBC. Kwabena wouldn't be allowed to show his face on the television those days. There was only one television in Ghana, which is GBC.
Sure.
And Kwabena was just barred, from going there. So, coming to say, the least you could say is, Kwabena has been around for quite a long time, but he suffered most.
Wow. We are online with Honorable Akwesi Osei Ejei. He's the former Foreign Affairs Minister and the former MP for Ejiso Jabin, and the campaign advisory head for Engineer Kwabena Ejei-Agyapong's campaign. Honorable, we just want to know something about Kwabena Ejei-Agyapong. Some of us know him to be a disciplinarian. He pays attention to details. I recollect when we had wanted to get to him, the name Ejei was wrongly spelled, not as he wants it. And I think the team insisted that Honorable wants it to be spelled well. So at least I think we did it for 2-3 times. And one of the guys around who works with us happens to know Honorable Ejei-Agyapong. So he said, I know what he wants. If you don't do it the way he wants it, he wouldn't let you go. So he said Kwabena Honorable is a disciplinarian. Is that the case?
Yes, very, very. As I said to you, that he's a very disciplinarian. And Kwabena doesn't want anybody to cheat a fellow. So far as he's concerned, he's always fair and he's firm. That, in fact, might have cost him certain things when he was a general secretary. But he insisted that, look, this is the way it should be done, and it should be done that way.
So he rose.
And then look at it.
He rose through the ranks to become the GS of the party. And we don't know what happened. We had
certain things.
We had a lot of news.
So he's, yeah.
And himself and the chairman by then, Honorable Afoko, were booted out. But that didn't deter him from still fighting back and getting into active politics. Because Honorable Afoko, as we know, is now back seated.
Yes. I mean, that is another good thing that Kwabena did. With all the insults, before he was made to resign. No, he didn't even resign. He was kicked out.
Sure.
People were calling him names and what have you. But he insisted that he's right and he's innocent. When Nana Akufo-Addo went to him to say that, Kwabena, come and help to prosecute the campaign of the 2020, yes, he went, to everybody's surprise, because this is a group that haunted him, But still, he gets. Not many people would do it. Many people would say, "Okay, look, I'm sorry. I'm a member of the platform to campaign for you because it's through your era." I'm not saying that's through Akufo-Addo's sort of his own likeness or dislike of Kwabena before Kwabena was kicked out. It was a decision made by the National Council and all these National Council of Elders and that sort of thing. But he protested that he's innocent, protested from day one. So when he come to campaign, he's so a member of this party, in fact, a true loyal of this party. So I will go. And he went. Did case. He contested him. He contested him as a friend. But what did it happen? Dr. Bawumia went to his house and asked him, incidentally or coincidental, to me about it. And I said, well, look, I can't see you sitting back. Just go. People were in there. People even associated him to the running mate of, but Kwabena persisted. He wouldn't listen to any. He didn't go in for a position, but rather going to support the party to win. Still, Kwabena did not sort of give up because he didn't go in for a position so that he would be recognized to be given a vice presidential. No, but he went in to support the party and did his best. Now that he says, okay, I'm ready to also to give a fair crack of the whip, so a chance must be given to me. I think people should listen, because he is a true loyal member of this party.
This is a message from our radio manager. He's personally been with Honorable Kwabena Ejeye Japan. This is what he sent. KAA is a true political science ideologist who believes in democracy and not monocracy. He is a true patriot.
Yes.
I just love him.
Yes. Good. And then he believes in also not, he believes in meritocracy. Merit must be honored. If you have the party at heart, you support the party, you've campaigned for the party, you have, once upon a time, he was the general secretary. He did a lot, to the body, up to today. The records are there. Nobody has come to beat that record. And indeed, if the last time the Kwabena's legacy was followed, getting the monies to the constituencies, the police stations, not through the national persons, organizers, or whoever, or even the regional sort of party organization. No. Kwabena preferred that all the party treasurers have an account opened, and with the press of button, the money goes there, and then they can use it in working. But if you give people money through a from the national party, then it goes to the regional party. Before it gets to the constituency party, by all means, you see, not all the money is needed for the actual work that is going to prosecute the election. That is at the polling station level. If it doesn't get there, they don't work. And these are the results that we got.
Honorable, the whole Germany, let's take it that in the diaspora, MPP in the diaspora are seated and they are listening to you now. Honorable, can you tell us what an engineer Kwabena Ejapong brings on board that will help the MPP reclaim power in the next election?
Yes, as I first said, Kwabena has saw through that we need to have unity. We need to have unity because, as I said, the MPP is so much fragmented. Some people were kicked out. Some people also left. All these people, Kwabena has seen the wisdom that we cannot win this election unless we all come together. And being the flag bearer, if he's chosen as a flag bearer, his first thing to do is to bring all of them back to the fold. Let's discuss whatever is there that you didn't like. Me, Kwabena Ejapong, engineer, is saying to you, dialogue, and then I'm prepared to concede or I'm prepared to help or go in as an MPP. Kwabena equally saw that our electoral processes, for instance, the way the delegate system works in Ghana here, it's not something you can write home about.
Okay.
Because they monetize it so much there that whatever they get, it is offensive to the other persons who are also members of the party, but they were not as delegates. And how do we select the delegates? It's also something that perhaps we need to look at. So in order to expand the voting population, he came up with an idea that, look, he thinks the ultimate is to get everybody who is a card-bearing member of good standing to vote. But because we cannot get that one done as quickly as possible for the elections, why don't we expand it by bringing in the old MPs who once upon a time was the focal point of this the campaign for the party in that particular constituency. When you are out, the system doesn't know you. The new system does not know you. And don't forget, if, for instance, myself, being the MP for Ejusu, starting from 1992, and then I was the person who single-handedly support this party at that level, 2 big constituencies that time.
Sure.
But I was able to do it. You get friends, take 2, take this, take that, to help you build a party. And now I'm not an MP. I didn't even have a vote to start with.
Wow.
Isn't it a shame?
It is.
It is a shame.
Sure.
Because all my friends, even my relatives, they see you that you are not part of the system. You are somehow, you are not useful to the party. So they will sit back and say to themselves that, but if he himself, what he did for this party, and then this party at this time, he has no vote. They will laugh at me, and also them, they wouldn't want to have anything to do with the MPP. More so the people, the chairpersons, who were once upon a time within the helm of affairs, organizing the party and making sure that the party wins. And indeed, 97, 2000, we won. But ask me, all the people, all the chairpersons at that time, some of them are alive, but they don't have a say. Nobody even goes, go there to tell them that, look, how are you? Our party, we are doing some sort of a rally, so come and sit so that we sort of glorify you. We say something to the people who see that, this party, we are all together as one family. The first question that you asked me about, is it okay to serve your country?
Sure.
As this is sort of things. They will tell you that, what the so this new set of people. The party, even the national party, do not even recognize cabinet ministers. Once upon a time, we made the party proud in President Kufuor's regime, because our hard work gave President Kufuor that sort of not, I wouldn't say legitimacy, but that's sort of the glory. People come up to say, as for President Kufuor, he was a gem. It's the cabinet.
Sure.
But when it comes to your party, we are no more there. So Kwabena saw this and said, no, we are making a mistake. So he fought for that and then asked the party to get the old MPs, the old chairpersons, in fact, the executive of, at any one time from 1992 to all executive members there who are, of course, alive, must have a vote to come back. And it is resonating well with the people. For once, they've been recognized. So these are some of the things, Kwabena's agenda, that's push. It's all to unite. It's all to unite the party. All to unite the party. So to me, Kwabena's agenda is the best. He's offering a sort of, how do I even put it? He's offering a sort of carte blanche.
Okay.
For us to see that with unity, we can win the elections. Without it, we are joking. We are joking. So that's why I said, yes, you have the idea, because the political party's ambition is to win power. It's not go there and talk and lose and come back and talk and lose and come back. No. Your main objective is to win power. And are we ready to take on this responsibility? And indeed, if you are not careful and we miss this 2028, don't forget, President Mahama, this is his last chance.
Sure.
Constitutionally, he cannot come back
again,
because he's done the last 4 and he's done another 4. So that's the end of it, 8 years. You see? So we are going to we are going to contest on the new face. If it were President Mahama, then of course we had an uphill struggle. But nevertheless, the new person would have to come up to let people know who he is or what he's made out of. And if we, as the MPP, we put our acts together, look at the voting pattern. This is where I agree with Kwabena. Look at the voting pattern. If you take the 2016 elections, you could see over 6 point something million vote for the MPP, and then 4 million voted for NDC. So we had about almost 2 point something million there. Come 2020, because of certain mistake that we made, parliamentary primaries, and then also because that time we didn't have any presidential primaries because we gave President Kufuor just to continue by the party. Nobody contested him. In fact, that has been the case. If you are the president, nobody contests you for your second round. But look at what we did at the primaries, the parliamentary candidates. We messed it up. We had 168 MPs. So what happened? 2020, we are now 136. with somebody's magnanimity, that makes it 7. And even this guy, look at what happened to him, what the party did to him
Sure.
at the primaries. But yet, because of this UPism or the MPPism is in him, he said, never mind, I'm an MPPist and I will vote, I'll go with them as an independent, I'll work with them. That is why we got 137 to be at where we were last time. You know, to the skin. Otherwise, we would have lost that time. Then we continue with the same medicine, with the same approach to getting parliamentary candidates. And now we have a new person, also the presidential. You know, people were not happy. So what happened? We now 88 or so. So from 168, 136, 88. So if we need people like Kwabena J. Japan. You know, I respect engineers because they are very methodical.
Very, very.
Very methodical. So this time, you've got an engineer who's going to sit and then take his pen and a paper and his scales and try to make good projections to be able to get us to where we should be to be able to win the elections. It's not something that it's not like just a kiss glove that we have to work very hard. And you need people like that, you know, to mobilize them. We need unity first. And then we mobilize them back to the roots, back to where MPP was, 1992, 1996, and the year 2000. This is where MPP, you see the MPP. And we started declining because there's certain elements that we introduce, certain things that we introduce. That is why Kwabena is saying, let's go back to the roots and then get all these things and be united, because united we stand. If you divide our ranks, you will fall. So this is what Kwabena is made up of. This is why I think we should give the Hamburg or the German chapter and all, you know, should all please listen to this. Without unity, without people like Kwabena who is affable, you cannot categorize him to say that Kwabena is for Kufuor, Kwabena is for Kufuor, Kwabena is for Dubois. That sort of thing, which has bedeviled our party. He's not. He's affable. He goes anywhere. So please, we need people like that. You know, decency and respect to each other. And I told him at the last meeting that we had that we are only going to contest ideas. And I, as the chairman of the campaign, I will never ever accept that somebody is criticized personally because he is a contestant. No, that's not the way to do it. Because at the end of the day, you will need him. So why do you go and insult him or you say something bad about him and expect that he will come and to support you? Because we need his support. When Kwabena wins, we need his support. So why do you have to antagonize him now and then later on go and say, I beg? No, we won't do that. So this is Kwabena. This is why I think that the man has paid his dues, and it's up to us also to reward him for long service award, for his long-standing fight for this tradition. You know, our party is a tradition. It is not like, say, the NDC. The NDC, you know, you call, as they say, call people. You come, you join. No, our is a tradition. Because anytime you lose an election or things are not going well for us, you are killing people. People die. It's just like football. If you support Kotoko and Kotoko lose a match, it's not just it's okay. Let's go home, and then the next day you come back and beat them. No, people don't eat. They are miserable. This is the sort of thing that we, as a political party, that's how we are. That's why I say it's a tradition. So you need somebody who can come in and then put things right for us to come back to the rules and be able to win the elections 2028. Otherwise, there will be a problem.
The Deputy General Secretary of NPP Hamburg writes, when he was booted out from office as Secretary of State, he still sponsored constituencies in 2016 and 2020 elections without making noise about it. Can it be the case, sir?
Yes. This is one of the things that perhaps put him at a certain pedestal. This is Kwabena. He kept on supporting, and he supported. It's not something that he, Kwabena, will go and put a lip service to it that I've done this. No, he did it in the interest of the party, because the party is always at his heart. The party is always the party. It's not something that he went to do to take advantage or for an advantage. All the people that he helped, you tell me, Kwabena, what has he got from them? No. Principle. He is the best person with my little that I have, take and win the elections. Not that you win one day, you come in and then get me this or contract or this. No. If not because of the Institute of Engineers that he worked for, it wasn't working.
One of the members of the New Patriotic Party.
You talk to the engineers. Okay. How he reformed the place. How he reformed the place.
One of the members of the New Patriotic Party, sir, one of the members of the New Patriotic Party in Hamburg writes, all thanks to Nanado and his people, the establishment never listened to anyone. Can we attribute the situation the NPP finds itself now to the former president? Because I have listened to Honorable Cabinet J. Japan saying that even Dr. Mahmoud Maumia should thank the party for bringing him in, because basically at that point he wasn't a member. So they did a waiver, and he was a GS by then, did a waiver and gave him a party card. So they think that the party has done him more service, that he has to pull out and thank the party and tell them, I'm supporting you. Let the ones who have fought continue because you've done me more service. Is it a case?
Well, I wouldn't again, this is Kwabena. The interest of the party, came at that material time. Almost about 90% of the people were not happy with Dr. Baumia because he wasn't part of the team, the tradition, wasn't part of the full soldiers or this who were in the trenches fighting dictatorship of the PN. He wasn't there, So I can say that at that meeting, a lot of people said no because it's not known to the party, and of course, ours we have a constitution. A constitution specifies that if you are not a member of the party for a good standing for 5 years, then of course you can't be allowed to stand. All these things were there, and Kwabena Japan didn't in Europe, and I've been in Europe a couple of times, and you know that sometimes you can just get a leader from nowhere and then bring him to the party if he has a chance to win for us, because at the end of the day, it's not that person per se that is important. but the party getting into to run its manifesto is the most important thing for the group of people who call themselves a political party. So when this thing happened, a lot of people said no. Some people also say in the minority said yes, but eventually the presidential candidates persuaded them, look, I need him. He's good. He is this. He can help us with running, and indeed he helped. So people were happy about him to be a member. So that 5-year rule was step aside for him to be able to come in to be the running mate for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. From 2009, 2007, 8, to contest the 2008 elections. And unfortunately, we didn't get through, and Nana Akufo-Addo maintained him. Because you see, in our party, the prerogative is always with the president, in terms of choosing. He will present people, and then we all look at it. And then if he said, okay, look, this is the person I can work with. I mean, you cannot say no because I don't like him, because I know him. No. He's saying that the person who can work with him, President Kufuor had Alhaji Aliu Mahama, even though he was a member of the party, but he wasn't known down south. But was able to convince them that, look, he is a member of the party in the north. He's done a lot. So the northern people, the party in the north, came up to say that he's a very decent man, So Kufuor took him, and then he was Kufuor's running mate until he became the vice president. And so these things are always left to the flag bearer to choose. But people may have some things to say, but nevertheless, if you are able to convince them that, look, he is a person that I can work with, because vice presidential slots or the vice president, you need somebody who is going to support you, because technically, the vice president hasn't got functions. His functions are limited. When the president is there you act, but you can't even act. Constitutionally you are there, but there are certain decisions you cannot take as a vice president. Again, vice president, you have to come up with something that you want to do so that your name will be up there. Apart from the military council and then also the police council and a few other things constitutionally that you are head, vice presidents are not people that the system demands, or the constitution demands more from the vice president. No, except that you are there in case something happens, then you are the president. That's all. So to me, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's coming, it's okay. I don't see any.
People are of the belief.
He's done all that he can do, and right. He wants to still help. It's up to the general people to convince everybody, to go in by our own rules of procedure, to go in and one fine day to cast a vote for the.
I think one of these days I'm going to get you so that we delve deep.
All of us.
One of these days I'm going to get you so we delve deep into this matter, because people have the belief that that singular decision affected the NPP a lot, because somebody who is not part of you, who became the second.
Sorry, I think I've.
Yeah, I mean that one of these days I'm going to get you so that we delve deep into this very matter, because people are of the belief that somebody who is not part of you, who doesn't believe in your ideologies as a party, as you said, the party is a tradition, and that the person comes in as a second in command. Moreover, if the president wasn't around, the person was going to take the position as a president, being the father of the nation and the father of the party. Wasn't it that decision that, because in between there were people who were also economists, there were people who were advanced in knowledge, who could have filled the very position that Dr. Mahmoud Wamia was told to fill at that particular time within the party. And I think people of the belief that
Yes.
that decision affected the MPP, and that singular decision is affecting the MPP now.
Well, I wouldn't share with you in that particular. But supposing he had won, this situation wouldn't have been the case. Well, people are saying that he lost with the biggest. The margin was just pre 1992 time. I remember Adubuahin time. Because the elections were not conducted fairly. Again, our rules of engagement, people were tired of Chairman Rawlings. Now we are liberated to go under somebody called president. And then the same person wants to come in. So you can see people didn't like it, So all sorts of manner of things were done in order to get him in. So we could not. But what I'm trying to say is this: in a political party, because sometimes you can even get somebody from somewhere, who is not a member. Let me give you an example of United States of America now.
Okay.
The mega group brought President Trump in. Okay.
Sure.
Trump, because Kennedy broke ranks from the Democrats, and then went as an independent, even though his name was dropped from the ballot paper. Yet, he was leaning towards President Trump, and Democrats and Trump were poles apart, because he is not the type of sort of the type of president Bush was. There was the dichotomy. Dichotomy was not that sharp as it is now. Democrats and Republicans. President Trump has brought all these things, but yet they brought in Kennedy and gave him a ministerial position. In politics, you can do that. But then you wouldn't want to say that because of that, he's just one. The system. That is why Akufo-Addo would be the president for 2 terms and is gone. But the MPP will continue to be there.
Okay.
You see? So our party, this is one of the things that people should always not forget. Not a party of a person. Our tradition is that the party comes first before any other person.
Okay.
Before any other person. So the party will still survive. And Nkrumah did it. And then he failed. So it's a lesson to everybody that you do not have one person controlling the party, and then he either have to control the party or the party will just disintegrate.
Okay.
So we have to build the party. It's number one first before we can. The human beings are that important. Who represents the party is what is important, not your name. You don't come in with your name. If you with your name, that will be a disaster, because when you lose elections, you lose because of your name. But if you come as a party, then obviously the party wins, even if the party loses. Nana Akufo-Addo, the last time he lost elections, was a scam, 49 point something, 0.754 points. Just you see, so the MPPs and everybody, even that he was contested, because we do not want names. So we believe that the 49 point something percent is for the party, not for an individual called Akufo-Addo. That is why he was contested and then won again and then came back. You see? Okay. So we should not be personalizing the name of a person to come bigger than the party. If you do that, then you are heading for a disaster.
Okay. Yourself, Honorable Osei, Akwesi Osei Jane, Honorable Ali Mamahama, if my memory serves me right, Honorable Kwame Nabatels, Professor Jan Bafo, fine gentlemen. People keep on asking, where are these fine brains with President Kufuor by then? And they ran the country to a extent that I recollect those days. I had finished secondary school by then, and I was continuing. I was.
You were in secondary school?
I had finished. I left secondary school in 1996.
Wow.
I left secondary school in 96.
Wow.
So basically, by then I had advanced, and I wasn't into active politics by then, but I happened to be closer to Honorable Kojo Banredu. I was very closer to the late Honorable Kojo Banredu by then. Very closer to him. I used to even go to his house, and he used to advise me.
Fantastic man, workaholic, selfless. Kojo Banredu, selfless.
Sure. So
workaholic.
So people keep on asking, where are these men? Where are these men? Honorable Ali Mamama, yourself, Honorable Kwabena Batels, Professor Jambafo, fine brains. Where are these men to guide the party and to give advices to the party when there need be?
Well, I'm telling you that Professor Jambafo is very active in this campaign that we want to prosecute in favor of Kwabena Ejepong, engineer.
One of the fine men I want to talk to. I mean, he's my
he's a fine brain. Yes, sure. Yes. Koto Osei, fine brain.
Sure.
Kojo Banredu, Jambafo in the finance ministry.
Sure.
Was a gem. Was a gem. All of them are workaholics, coincidentally. Akuto Osei was workaholic. Anthony Akuto Osei was workaholic. And Jambafo too was or is. Whatever position that would take him, he's that person. He's very methodical. So these are fine brains. Yes, I mean Alima too. She is brilliant. She's a lawyer.
Very, yeah.
But she's yes. So many of Christine Checha, brilliant. Kwame Nabatels, Safumafo, another person, Dr. Kwame Adokufo. You've heard his name?
The former Minister for Defense.
I'm telling you, he is a gentleman. And he is very effective and efficient leader. Anywhere you put him, he will make sure that things are moved with the people in mind. How can we help these people? He will do it. In fact, President Kufuor had quite a good people. God bless him with it.
A very formidable team.
But you see, this is also, this is one of the things that perhaps maybe we missed. That time, if we had made the party stronger, because one of the things that, in fact, I met Nana and I told him that 2020 elections, I went to him and we were just discussing. I was his deputy for almost 6 and something years, so I could walk in and say. And 2020, I said to him that, Mr. President, there's something that I'm beginning to see which I don't like. He said, "What is it?" And I said to him that, Mr. President, you are popular than the party. Is that so? say yes, but that is no good. You as a candidate can never be popular than the party. The party must always be popular than you. Because you're a human being. One day you can just drop and then you are gone. You can be ill.
Sure.
You see? So if you are too popular, you are too popular. I told him, so there must be something that we should have done or we could do. You know, that time, I think if the party are not in the helm of affairs, you know, so everything was like, is that so? Yes. You can never be popular than the party. The party must always be popular because it's like you and your father. The fact that you've been to Germany and you are, something, you go home, he's still your father.
Sure.
He will call you to order. If you do something, he can call you and say, come on, hey, don't. But it wasn't like that. You know, the party did not have somebody to tell the president that, Mr. President, sit down. Let's look at this thing. You are wrong. You know.
Okay.
And then he will say, with humility, he will say, oh, yes. Oh, I never thought so. No, you are wrong. This is a political party. Once you do that, you know, the president will sit up well and will do things that the party likes. You know, but if he is out and then the party is being run, short, hey, and Engineer Kobreje Japan knows that the party must be big. You know, now that we are saying that the leadership of the party will be in the hands of the chairman of the party, it's firm. Previously, it was sort of people, but it was then so, but it was like a convention. You know, no. This time round, the leader of the party is the chairman of the party.
Okay.
So that he can call the shot. He can bring the party, the presidential candidate or the president and say, come and let's sit down and dialogue. 1, 2, 3, 4 is not going well. We want you to change it. So we cannot do it for you. Mr. President, please take it and then look at that. And then we demand an answers maybe in our next meeting. That would have been better. We didn't have it that way.
Last but not the least, sir. Last but not the least, people believe that if Honorable Kwabena Ejeyi Japan is elected the flag bearer, it will be prudent that you becomes the chairman of the party because people believes in you. Messages coming across, people believes in you that you are that straight, and you do your things exactly like Honorable Kwabena Ejeyi Japan.
Yes. I said in one of the my radio interviews that I would be with humility, would accept this as something that I believe that somebody must sit and do it so that you can influence matters. So the president do not be, if you like, everything embodied in him. So he will call the shot for the party. No, I think we've come to an age that we should have division of responsibilities and also authority. Once you are the chairman of the party, you should be able to call the president. It's not only go and sit in cabinet. President Kufuor introduced that they should come in to sit in cabinet so that they will see how things are. If something is going to affect the party, but I think it should be more than that. There must always be a meeting, a monthly meeting or so, or quarterly meeting, where the president will sit with the chairman of the party, and then just the two of them sit down, maybe call the general secretary to sit there, and then maybe just sit in it and let the president know that this is what is happening to the party, because it's the party that brought forth
The government, yeah.
government. So if there's something happening to the party, you cannot continue. Yes, the government, you cannot continue, because the party will just take their votes out, or as they did last time, they did not go to vote.
Sure.
They cannot bring themselves to vote for NDC. So what they did,
They abstained. Yeah.
That's why over 2 million people vote. This I've always been telling Engineer Kobreje Japan that we should even go into it, go deep to what made them not what made them to stay away from voting. Is it because they are angry? Is it because they didn't like the candidate? Is it because of what? Let's find out. We must have an independent sort of consultants to go into it and find out, and then deal with it. Deal with it so that it will bring this unity at the forefront of his campaign, so that we can go and tell people, Ghanaians, MPP, we are sorry. What happened would never, ever happen again. It is a promise that I'm going to give to you, and make sure. So everybody come on put your hands on deck, and then make sure that we are moving, because the elephant is big. We have to, push before he goes,
Sure.
And he's so big that when we finish our policies and programs, look at NDC. What policy since Jerry Rawlings' time? Mention one policy which is pro people, which is pro poor. None. National health insurance. NDC, I was in parliament. NDC walked out. One-time premium. They said no, it can never be done. Kufuor said it will be done. And we did it. Okay?
Sure.
Free maternal care, they walked out. Free food to feed, no, we can't do that. But they call themselves socialists, but they are not. Then Akufo-Addo came. He said to give equal opportunity to every child, irrespective of where this child, was born. You can be in a remote village, and you can be born in a bungalow in Accra, Laboni, or Cantonments, or wherever. Give them equal opportunity. What can you do to give them equal opportunity? Is to give them a head start, equal head start. Free education. That's the basis. Free education would be the thing that will change people from the rural areas to take advantage of going to the best schools in Ghana, and also going to the universities. Otherwise, if it's going to be based on money or the schools that you attended, the international schools that you attend before you get to university, a time will come, over 80% of the people will come from international schools in Accra, Kumasi, Sekandi, Takoradi, and Tema. And maybe Tamale. So free education will secure that. MPP brought it, which is good. If it needs an amendment, of course, things can be amended in the way, But the bold decision, let's use the oil monies, just to educate them. And with education, they will come back and they replace the money. Let's do it. And then MPP, we brought it. Tackle roads, tackle health. There's so many things, because we did not plan our things. Starting from after Kwame Nkrumah, there hasn't been any plan. Okay. So this is the point that we think that we need a very sober person, a person who can think through our problems. A person who really understands. You can know the problem, but if you don't understand the problem, if you cannot put yourself in it,
you can't solve it.
Yes, you can solve it and solve it. Because you need a president who will come and say, okay, look, this is it. I will do this, and we will do it. And he does it. This is what Ghana needs now.
And
this is what we need.
On a lighter note, we hear people call themselves doctors, professors. They have masters, and it turns out that is not the case. We hope Honorable Cabinet Japan is a real engineer.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said on a lighter note. This is on a lighter note. We hear some politicians call themselves doctors, professors. They have second degrees, and it turns out to be that they aren't. We hope Honorable Cabinet Japan is a true engineer.
Yes. In fact, one of our meetings, I was even suggesting to him that it's good that you come from a noble profession as an engineer. We will not. Kwabena can qualify to be a doctor, but is it really necessary? To call yourself Ghana these days, if you do something for universities, they confer to you the honorary degrees, and people are going around trumpeting that they are doctors and that sort of thing. But I don't think Ghanaians do believe in that. Go away the days that you come up and say, hey, Professor Buzia, Briche will be all we are singing. Professor Dubois, we are being this time. We got so many professors there who are good. They are there. If they come to the scene, they will be dynamite. But they cannot see themselves with the people. If you are at a university, for instance, and then you finish first class, they give you a scholarship, you go, you are on scholarship, and then you do whatever that you come to do, and then from there you go back, and then your bungalow is ready. Sometimes you lack certain things. Understanding of what this kaya, understanding of what hustling is about.
Sure.
Somebody goes to Germany to hustle to be able to make it. When it comes to Ghana, he knows the way he hustled. He wouldn't want his fellow compatriots also to hustle that way.
Sure.
So if you give me a responsibility, he will do it the best.
Exactly.
More than maybe somebody who, I'm not saying all of them, but some may not. They still will be living in the bungalow type and will not see the problems that the non-bungalows people are seeing. So these days, sometimes the doctorate means, it's hard work that you're able to be called a doctor, or even giving something to the universities by way of helping them, and then you earn a doctorate degree. It's nice. You are being honored on a meritorious thing is good, but people should not use it as if with that they are all in all. I don't believe in that. You don't believe in that. I mean, in Germany, how many of my good friend, former president, what's his name? Oscar? No. Steinmeier.
Okay.
Yes. When he was a foreign minister, I was a foreign minister, so he came to Ghana. We have pictures. He's a very good friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
These are the people. I mean, who is? Did you? I know a lot of people. The previous chancellor, the lady.
Okay.
No,
Angela Merkel.
The lady.
Angela.
Yes, Angela Merkel. I know he's one of the best scientists.
Sure.
Yes, but did you see him with all these degrees and this calling that sort of thing? No. Once he's in a political field, his main aim is to be to learn how to govern, how to solve problems. It's not academic per se, but in Ghana here, and the same as maybe elsewhere, Nigeria and others, we believe in that. But I know a time will come that
It will fall off.
it will be something that everybody has it. So if you're a doctor, there's nothing, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
So, sir, to leave you, what are your last words to the NPP diaspora in Europe? What are your last words to them?
Yes. My last word is all of you in Germany, in Europe and elsewhere, you have seen a taste of good governance.
Sure.
You have a taste of good leadership. Call the people and try to solve the problems of the people. That is governance. That is leadership. It's not something that you use to lord yourself on the people because you are the leader. No. Some people go on to say that leaders are not are made or born. It may be true, but some leaders you acquire the leadership by learning. Sometimes in the very hard way, difficult ways. Okay. You learn to be a leader. By listening, by watching the elders, and by also practicing your little way that you get closer to the leadership. So what I'm appealing to them is the way things are here, choosing a leader is completely different from what you see over there in Europe.
Okay.
Now is the time for us also to, because democracy is from them that we are copying. So our friends back in Ghana, you must lead a crusade by letting them know that it is not good enough to sit there to expect some favors, some money, some this and that before you confer to the person the leadership position that the person wants to aspire. It's not like that. So I beg of you, lead a crusade. Let the people know that who can best represent our aspiration collectively. Individual has their own aspirations, but aspire to be the leader is what we want. So when it comes to decision making, it is not how much you receive or how a friend tells you that this man is good, this man, da 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 da. No. Take your time. Look at yourself and ask yourself, what do I want? Does this man meet my aspirations? If I don't have school, can this man give me the school that I need? Can this man will be able to tell me the truth about governance? Can this man do certain things and be able to make sure that all the ministers under him would follow a certain line of thinking? Can they do that? Can this man respect our institutions as our traditional leaders? Does he have the respect for them? This is very important. And when he gets the power, would he serve? Not expected to be our lords. This is what I will leave with you to start educating. Everybody has a constituency, a village, a police station, a electoral area. Please let be heard. Whether you are a voter or not, pick somebody in your village, in your town, tell them that leadership is about this. So don't go and mess up. Because some of the voters don't know that the leaders that we NPP is going to pick, we are eventually going to sell him to the country. Based on our performances, MPP has got about 46, 47%. So all MPPs voting, we can never win the elections.
Okay.
NDC is about 40, 41% at any one time. If MPP people do not vote, then it lifts the MPP vote and they can win power.
Sure.
So MPP has got, say, we need 50% plus one person. So if we are 47 or 46%, we only need 4% of those people who are not MPP, who are not NDC, and they are called the floating voters. And even with the NDC, we have the hardcore NDC there, and people who think, oh, okay, MPP, NDC, I think they will do, so let me go for them. So we did, whilst the NDC we need about 6%, we will need about 4% plus one person. And that one person can be you or your auntie who knows nothing about politics. You just get up and you go. When he sees them politically politicking, he will just bypass and go home. At the end of the day, they will ask you, who do I vote for? These are the people that we need to attract them. So the MPP has to do a lot. We have to put in structures that will bring fairness into the system when it comes to voting. So that at least once you're able to do that, the 4%, we can get it, plus one person. People like you can help us in getting it easily because you are opinion leaders. And a lot of people, your families in Ghana, respect you because they think you know better than them. And this democracy, you've lived in it for so many years, you know how it works. So if you tell them, by all means, they will vote for the candidate that you also believe in. And I can only recommend Engineer Kwabena Ejepong as the person who can then gather that 4%, 6% that we the country plus one to that 4%. They don't. Some people may also be 4% popular, but they are not popular in the party. But what I'm urging you as opinion leaders, a very serious one to do is to educate them that the voting is not for the MPP, but is voting for the country, for somebody who is going to win to be the president. This is what they are going to do, so that the monies and the other goodies that they receive means nothing, because you cannot go out there and do the same goodies to the whole country. The people with you, if you do that's the defeat of last elections. So they, as opinion leaders, can do a lot for us to be able to capture Champon Putti, the commanding heights of our electoral process. That's the presidency that can help us. And as I said, to me, Kwabena J. Ejepong fits the bill.
Thank you very much, sir, for coming. We are very pleased to have you. And I'm going to be in Ghana to cover up the whole team. The political team of Radio TopAfric is going to be in Ghana to cover up the delegates conference. So basically, yes.
Good.
Basically,
Good.
we will be there to bring everything live to our viewers here in Hamburg. So I'm going to champion the cause. I'm going to be there myself.
Very good.
So basically, we'll come knocking again when there need be.
Thank you very much. And I'm also very happy that you called me. And I'm also very grateful for giving me the opportunity to come on your radio so that it's telecast or broadcast to a lot of people in not only in Hamburg, but the whole Germany and other European cities.
Sure.
I'm so grateful to you that you call me. It's a very, very fine opportunity that you have given me, and I thank you very much for that.
We are humbled, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Our greetings to engineer too.
Okay. I'll definitely let him know.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
We just spoke to Honorable Akwesi Osei Ejei, the governing council, the chairman of the governing council, the advisory board of Engineer Kwabena Ejei Ejapon's campaign. A very voice-first man, and he spoke it as it is. Thank you very much for joining, and I still remain your servant, Otabel Jr. I am out of your way. We're going to meet again on Friday. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.